Hello, you beautiful souls. How are you doing today? I've had a busy day, gotten a whole bunch of stuff done. Feels good. Guys are still working on our house, so there's been a whole bunch of noise that I've been trying to work around. And so it's the end of my day, and I thought I would do some videos because it's quiet. Callie's away. Dogs are eating upstairs, and I don't have to think about them for a little bit. And this question I just wanted to throw out for you. This is kind of a bit of a practical approach to some of the work that we're doing. But I'm wondering how much time you spend in the course of a day looking back at your life and thinking about how your life would be different if that hadn't happened. Okay, so it's that idea of you're kind of rewriting a situation that could have happened a week ago or 10 years ago or 30 years ago. It doesn't really matter. But you've spent time going back and trying to think about what you could have done differently, or what if it hadn't happened, where would you be now? Or what kind of a different person you'd be, or would your situation around you be any different? Would the people in your life be any different if you hadn't experienced that? Would your job be different? All of those kinds of things that we often thread back to a pivotal moment in our life. That moment could have been something that left you feeling powerless, or feeling embarrassed, or feeling out of control, or feeling not valued. There's a variety of different things that we experience in our early years especially, but that continues. Like, we continue to put ourselves in situations where there's a higher part of ourselves trying to teach us something, trying to get our attention. So I think what happens to a lot of us, and I know that I have had this experience in my lifetime, where I do spend an inordinate amount of energy, or I did spend an inordinate amount of energy trying to change something from my past. Now, I knew that I couldn't actually change it, but I would daydream about how that could happen. And I just want to share with you the value of interrupting that tendency. Getting stuck in a spiral that takes you back to a situation that you can no longer change leaves you stuck in a way that a lot of people in the world are stuck, where they're kind of cycling through shame, blame, regret, those kinds of emotions that keep us constantly creating things that we don't want. So what I'm going to suggest, only because this has worked for me, is when I find my ego mind trying to push me back there, I take the time, not necessarily in the moment, because sometimes that moment is a little volatile, but I remember moving forward, getting a little bit of distance from it. What did that experience, or what could that experience have potentially given me that I can take forward? Now, I'm not trying to belittle or make light of big traumatic situations that have happened to you in your lifetime. I'm asking for you to consider what the gift of that situation could have been for you. Could it have been that you developed compassion? Could it be that you developed resilience? Could it be that you understood the unfairness and injustice of it and took your life in a different direction? Is there anything that has happened in your life, in your character, in your personality, in just the way you move in the world, that actually is a bit of a positive spin to whatever that situation was. That can be a hard question to ask if you're still caught in the pain. That's why I suggested getting a little bit of breathing space from those kinds of questions. But where I come from, in what I've come to understand from ancient wisdom and my own personal experience, is that there isn't a thing that I have experienced that I can undo. But this idea of transmuting it, of transforming it into power, is a very, very beautiful tool to learn how to develop. I don't want to get stuck in those feelings. I want to learn what I can learn from them and then take my life in another direction. So I hope that that was helpful to somebody out there that just needed to do that. You're caught in a spiral of trying to go back and trying to change things, trying to change a conversation, trying to change an experience. You can't do it. It's the past. It's done. But it can give you a gem. Might be a tiny gem, but it can give you a gem. And I want you to pick at that thing and hold on to that. All right? Okay. Lane from Weird Hummingbirds. I forgot to tell you that in the beginning, but you may know that already, I hope. All right. That's it for me. See ya next time. Bye.